Good morning, I'm Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday the 20th, maybe 19th of June, something like that. It's Friday anyway, I know that, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I've just done a bar workout, so sorry if I'm looking a little bit bedraggled, but I'd been meaning to record a weigh-in update for a few days, and I just thought I'll get it done, and hopefully you will take me as you find me. So how are you all? I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a good week. I updated you midway through my week last week, so I did my last weigh-in update for my last 2 weeks, I think about this time last week, and I let you know that I had those 2 weeks. I'd lost 1.5 pounds on the first week, and then I'd stayed the same on my second week. But I let you know that I was midway through a week where for some reason I was just going off the rails. I don't know why. I just wanted to eat all the wrong stuff, and uploading that video was amazing, because what I love about social media generally, and don't get me wrong, there's some things I don't like, but what I do like particularly about the lovely kind of weight loss community and the gorgeous people like you that watch me is that you're all so helpful. So sometimes I think when you've got an issue, a problem, you are almost too into the problem yourself, I guess, and you can't see kind of a wider take on it. And so my issue was I seem to be just almost comfort eating, but I'm not sad, I'm not upset, I'm not stressed, whatever, I don't think. So what, like, anybody got any kind of reason why that might be? And your comments were just amazing. And my kind of takeaways were, I mean, every comment means so much to me, but I genuinely find them really, really helpful. And I would strongly suggest, if you're not already, do always read the comments on the videos that you're watching, because you can get really good ideas. Like, people comment on different foods they've tried, be they Slimming World or Weight Watchers or low calorie or whatever. People come up with really, really good ideas in the comments. So I do think it's always good to kind of keep an eye on those. But the takeaways I took from your feedback on my video last week were things that I just hadn't really thought of. Like, sometimes you just have a bad week. Sometimes there isn't a reason. You just want to eat the chocolate. I thought that was great, and just kind of genius. Like, why am I looking for a reason? Sometimes you just want to eat it. I mean, I wouldn't be overweight if I didn't like food. So sometimes you just want to eat the food. So that was the first point. Lots of people were absolutely lovely and very reassuring that, you know, you've just got to kind of pick yourself up and dust yourself down, which is absolutely true and fair. One person, which I thought was completely genius, just said, why don't you just not buy the bits for a few weeks? Simple, brilliant. I mean, so I have taken that on board. I do still have loads of like crisps and biscuits and chocolate and stuff in the house, but the things that are the biggest, I guess, triggers for me is I'm completely addicted to ice cream, and particularly like Magnums and things like that. And if I have them in the house, then I just eat the whole box. Like, I can't eat one, and they're not low in calories at all. And so I did take that on board, and I did not put any ice creams at all in my shopping this week, and so that has definitely helped for sure. And I also took on board things like just filling up on the right foods. Somebody also said, which I thought was a really great idea, because I was kind of debating back and forth last week about whether me doing calorie counting is the right thing, whether I should go back to Slimming World, what should I do, blah, blah, blah. And they commented on my video and said, why don't you have, you know, a few days a week of kind of doing each? So yesterday I recorded a what I ate in a day video that I haven't put up yet, but I did do calorie counting, but the foods that I ate were very much so foods that I would have eaten on Slimming World. Like, the fact that I will call it a calorie counting video, it's all of the food is kind of, I think, pretty much compliant with what I used to eat. And it was actually quite good to be able to see, sort of, to put it into my fitness pal, to see the calories that I was eating. But definitely that kind of way of eating yesterday, kind of trying to be a bit more Slimming Worldy and being a bit more mindful about what I was eating, what that did was it made me reach for an orange or an apple as opposed to reaching for a bar of chocolate, because I think sometimes I reach for like snack food, you know, snack foods, no, junk food, like ice cream or crisps or biscuits or whatever, just because I'm quite lazy. And if I'm hungry and I've been cleaning or doing something around the house and it's taken me beyond the point of hunger, so I'm like really, really hungry, I just sometimes can't be bothered to like chop and cook and prepare and blah, blah, blah. But actually, like being able to grab an apple or a banana or an orange, which I appreciate you have to peel, but you know, it doesn't take that long, does it? Is actually as quick as me grabbing a biscuit or a snack bar or whatever. So actually that's been, I know it sounds really obvious, you must be listening to this being like, yeah, you can eat an apple as quickly as you can eat a bar of chocolate, yeah. But you know, that's been helpful. Also, having things in the fridge this week that have helped have been like, I've had ham in the fridge, I've had crab sticks or seafood sticks, whatever you call them, in the fridge, baby plum tomatoes, I've had gherkins and bits and pieces like that, jalapenos. I've also had some olives in the fridge, which are not horrendous on the calorie front. And I mean, you've got to be a lover of olives, obviously, but I do quite like, I don't like the really like salty black ones, but I really like the green ones. I can't be doing with the stones in them, but I do quite like a green olive, so they're quite good to sort of pick on. What I want to do, in fact, I'll talk about my weight and then I'll tell you about what I want to do next week. So yeah, so this week, basically, as I described in my video last week, was very up and down, and I also had my mum's kind of, well, it was my mum's 70th, but we couldn't obviously do the big party and celebrations and everything that we were hoping to do because of the pandemic, but we just had a very low-key kind of barbecue in the garden. We went for a walk. We obviously tried our best to keep our distance, but that was lovely. And we did a Zoom call with all my relatives in Australia and New Zealand. So that was just so nice to see everybody. And yeah, so my stepdad did a little barbecue. So I had just a couple of sausages, like, you know, I can't remember what they're called, you know, like a fancy sausage, like a couple of them. And I had some salad, but I did really get stuck into the birthday cake, and it was absolutely delicious. And I had cream and it was amazing. My sister made it. It had like Oreos around the outside, and oh yeah, it was ever so good. And I've got a very sweet tooth. So yeah, so I got stuck into the cake and it was delish. And so that was Sunday. And yeah, so I knew obviously when I weighed in on Tuesday morning that the scales were unlikely to show a loss of any description. And needless to say, when I weighed in on Tuesday morning, I had put on a pound. So last week I weighed in at 13 stone 1 3/8. This Tuesday I weighed in at 13 stone 2 3/8. So I put on a pound this week. And to be honest, I think I've had a lucky escape. I'm absolutely fine with having a gain. I probably deserved a bigger gain, to be honest, but I have kept my exercise up, and I have tried to be, I don't want to use the words good and bad, but I've tried to be good around the bad. So I've tried to be kind of mindful, I guess, around the times where I haven't been eating too much of the wrong stuff. But that being said, I have eaten quite a lot of rubbish this week. So a pound is, yeah, a bit of a good result, to be honest, for me. So today is Friday, so I weighed Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday this week, I was kind of a bit, I don't know, I wasn't in a bad frame of mind, actually. I just, again, was a bit like the week before. I just kind of wanted to eat rubbish. And then yesterday morning, Thursday, I woke up and I was like, absolutely not. You've got 5 days, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days until you weigh again on Tuesday. That's 5 days to turn the results, the scales, the week around. Focus. So that is what I have done. So yesterday, as I say, I did a what I eat in a day video that I'll put up probably over the weekend or early next week, because I want to get this up probably today, and I popped a little video up this morning. But yeah, I'm just going to carry on really trying to do what I've been doing when I've been on it this week, in terms of trying to make sure that I do reach for the fruit and veg instead of the snack foods. I mean, I know what's going to do me good, and I know what's not, and as I've said before, I would love to be somebody that can just have a biscuit, but at the moment I just don't seem to be in that frame of mind. I seem to be just in a frame of mind where I'm very tempted by things. So yeah, so I think trying to fill up with fruit and veg is good. And I want to get, so I track everything in my Fitness Pal, but I want to kind of keep mindful of making sure that I'm eating stuff that is kind of filling me up as well. I want to continue to drink lots of water as well. And what else do I want to do next week? I'm going to get a Iceland order delivery at some point, because Iceland's really good. They you don't have to have, they always seem to have loads of slots near me, delivery slots, but also you don't have to have a massive order to get delivery. I can't remember what the value is, but like for me, so obviously I live on my own, so I don't always want to get like a massive order of food. But I thought I'd do an Iceland order at some point, maybe early next week, and get a couple of the Slimming World meals, because I do really enjoy them. And even though I'm calorie counting, I'll just scan them and add them to my Fitness Pal. So yes, I'm going to do that. What else have I been up to this week? I know there was things I wanted to talk to you about, and now I can't remember what they are. The weather has been a bit rubbish, a bit rainy and a bit miserable, but next week is going to be absolutely boiling here. So, sorry, I thought I could hear somebody at the door. Yeah, tomorrow, next week is going to be absolutely boiling. So that is quite good, because when it's really hot, as I said before, I love like big salads with like pickled veg on. I might roast some veg. I know Iceland do big bags of like frozen chunks of butternut squash and red onion and things like that. So I might get a load of, like, on my order, I might get some like frozen sort of chopped veg and maybe roast a load of that, because I quite like that on a salad as well. So that's good. I roasted a chicken in yesterday's video, and which I haven't put up yet, but I'm gonna have that again with some salads and things like that this week. So yeah, hopefully this week, with the weather being a bit better, I will manage to stay focused, I'm hoping. Work-wise, I'm still not working. I'm trying to upskill myself, and as you know, well, you may not know, I lost my job so my last day of employment was the end of March, but I actually finished at the beginning of March. So I'm probably going to have some kind of a career change, but obviously you know, we're in a situation where there aren't a huge amount of jobs out there. So I am aware at 43 that I've got probably 25 years left at work, and so I'm considering a complete change in career. I had been genuinely looking at retraining to be a primary teacher, and I went through quite a lot of the process over the last couple of months, and then have decided that I'm going to park that for the time being, just because I can't really afford to have a kind of a year of not working whilst I train. So I'm looking at different sort of career directions, and for me, I'm unlikely to you know, be a doctor or anything, but I don't want anything to be off the table. I genuinely want to be considering like all options, and if anyone out there genuinely really enjoys their job, like genuinely really enjoys it, like I know everybody goes to work and, you know, there'll be good and bad days, but if anyone is doing a career that they really love, I would love to know what it is, because we spend a lot of time at work, and I've had 20 pretty stressful years at work, and I don't really want to do what I've been doing previously. So I am really open to new things. I'm looking at retraining, I'm looking at anything really, and I want to be completely open-minded. I don't want to just look at things that people expect that I would do. I want to really look at what I will enjoy, and a job where I can go to work and feel happy and feel fulfilled and feel like I've helped in some way. But at the same time, I live on my own. I have lots of bills to pay, and I've got to be realistic that I have to earn money to pay my bills, because it's only me who lives here. So yeah, if anyone does a job that they really enjoy, let me know. I'm happy if you want to send me a direct message or a comment or something, if you'd rather not comment on here. But I am genuinely so interested in different jobs and careers and different things, that if anyone can think of anything that they think that they love and I would enjoy, let me know. I am very, very open at this point. I used to do care work for a long time, like right at the beginning of my career, like not for the last 20 years. And if I am still struggling and kind of lacking direction a bit in the next month, then I will hopefully just get some care work locally, which I really enjoyed. I did it part-time for 6 years, and yeah, so that's hopefully something that I can do whilst I sort of decide what my kind of long-term route is. So yeah, so that's the work update. I've been doing lots of study and stuff, and just exploring like different things, and I've signed up to various courses and stuff just to kind of test and try different things that I think I might enjoy. So I've been doing that and just trying to keep busy with that. I have been, as I say, still exercising. So I did bar this morning. I've done a few of the Chloe Ting workouts. The one that I did this morning was a Pop Sugar fitness class on YouTube on the TV, and I really enjoyed the one I did this morning. So it was, yeah, Pop Sugar fitness, full body bar, no equipment bar workout, I think. And that was really, really good. I really sweated. I really feel like I worked this morning. So yeah, as much as I didn't enjoy it whilst I was doing it, I'm glad I've done it. And yeah, I haven't got any major plans over the weekend. Next week, as I say, the weather's going to be really good, so hopefully I can get out in the garden. I need to do things like cut my grass and do bits like that. I've still got chores to do. I'm still going through a big sort out. I'm still trying to get my house in some kind of order. But yeah, how is everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is staying safe and staying healthy and staying happy. I would love to know how you're getting on with your weight loss journeys. I mean, at the moment, there are going to be people who are doing very well and finding it very easy and are enjoying having that element of control. And then there are going to be other people who are really struggling at the moment. Whichever camp you're in, I think everybody is just going through a different life at the moment, and you have just got to be doing the best that you can, but not stressing yourself out if you are struggling at the moment, because I think it is a very stressful time for a lot of people. And for some people, weight loss is going to be easier at this kind of time, and for other people it's going to be really hard. So the other thing I should say as well is that the other comments that I got on my video last week, a lot of people were just saying maybe I was just eating because I was kind of bored and there was no kind of distractions at home. And I think that's a really good point as well that I hadn't really thought about. So whilst I definitely keep myself busy, I am very close to the kitchen. I am at home. I don't have a lot of distractions. So I think the boredom factor is actually a very, very good point. So yeah, just want to mention that. So yeah, so if anyone is struggling at the moment, I am sorry about that. But I think everybody has got to be really kind to themselves at the moment and just do the best with what they can. Try not to have your kind of happiness affected by how other people are doing, because at the end of the day, most people who share their weight loss journey are on Instagram, certainly are posting the times when they have the massive losses. They're not always posting the times when they have the gains or the times when they're struggling. And just be aware that we're all so different. All of our bodies are different, all of our lives are different. The why, the where, everything is so different at the moment. So just be kind to yourself and try and not be worrying or stressing out if you are having a difficult time at the moment, because lots of us are. And this lovely community that we are part of, that I am very, very grateful for in terms of you know, people commenting on my videos and giving me advice and supporting me and encouraging me. You know, I just think that's absolutely amazing. Right, there's somebody at the door. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. That was my mum and my stepdad at my front door with spinach and lettuce from their garden. Bless them. So yeah. Where was I? Yeah, I was just going to say, if anyone is having a hard time at the moment in terms of their weight loss or anything else, just know that you are not alone. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to be losing lots of weight if life is tough at the moment. But by the same token, if you will feel better from eating a healthier diet and that's something that's possible for you at the moment, then you know, think about that too, because I think I've had a lot of times in the past where I've thought that I'm being kind, allowing myself to like eat all the biscuits and stuff, but actually I would be kinder to my body if I actually ate the fresh fruit and veg and didn't have loads and loads of biscuits, because actually that's probably not being that kind to my body. But I think we've all got to just do what is right for us at that time. So yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that, but yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, long and short, I have put on a pound this week, but I am partway through my week and I'm hoping that on Tuesday when I weigh again, it will be a loss. I haven't got anything else really to report, but yeah, I hope you're all well if you have weighed in this week. I know what I was going to say. I did debate, as you know, like briefly last week, thinking about going back to Slimming World, and I mean, it was only a fleeting debate in my head, but I went online to look at the cost of like Slimming World online or rejoining a group, and I realised I don't have a lot of money at the moment, but I did think it was quite expensive. Like when I did when you go onto like the Weight Watchers website, you can get like various deals, like you can get a month for free and blah blah blah, whereas I don't know if I was looking at the wrong place, but when I went onto the Slimming World one, I thought it looked a little bit expensive, and I can't really justify that at the moment. Also, I must have joined Slimming World and Weight Watchers over the years about 50 times each, and I've got a huge I'm pointing out there because that's where the conservatory is. I've got a huge what's the word I'm looking for, hamper that has got all my like starter packs and books and everything in, so I don't even like, I do know the Slimming World plan inside and out, so I don't, you know, sorry, doorbell again. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I've got this big hamper in the conservatory that's got all my starter packs from the dawn of time. Like, remember, I started Weight Watchers first when I was 17, so that is, my maths isn't the best, but like 20, so I'm now 43, so what's that, like 30 years ago, nearly 25 years ago or something. And I first joined Slimming World in about 2001, I think. So I've got books and recipe books and starter packs and every kind of Weight Watchers point you could ever have done, Weight Watchers calculators from when they used to do those. I've got like every possible Slimming World magazine since the dawn of time. So the only thing that I don't have access to is obviously the meetings. Well, I'm okay with that because I know they're being done on Zoom at the moment, and I have you lovely lot, which I really like. But also, the only other thing that I haven't got is obviously a Slimming World app. So I think for the moment that, I mean, I know the sim values of a lot of stuff because obviously I've did it for so long, but if I wanted to go that route, I know I could. And I know it's not a huge amount of money. I'm just being probably a bit tight because I've not got an income. But I think for now, I'm definitely going to stick with my Fitness Pal, calorie counting. And then as we get towards winter, hopefully I'll be working by then. I'll have an income. And if I do decide to go back and go the Slimming World route again, then I can look at that then. And by then the classes might be back on or whatever. Who knows? God. Sorry, again, another big old ramble. But anyway, Thanks for listening. I hope you all stay safe and well this week, and I would love to know how you're all getting on, and I will shut up now and get on with my Friday and leave you all to your weekends. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for listening. Take care.